Stay tuned. Coming up, we explore how your brain can confabulate, or simply stated, make up its own reality. A reality that may not be true reality and lead to poor decision-making outcomes. But first, let's hear from our amazing sponsor, Midwest Fire. At Midwest Fire, they know better efficiency results in less waste, and it adds value to every truck they deliver. That's why they have worked hard to implement lean manufacturing processes throughout their factory. Lean manufacturing means a lower cost to build, with the savings passed on to you. To learn more, visit MidwestFire.com. Hello and welcome to the Situational Awareness Matters Show, episode 342. I'm your host, Rich Gassaway. The purpose of this show is to improve situational awareness and decision-making for individuals and teams who work in high-risk, high-consequence, time-compressed environments with changing conditions. The SA Matters mission is simple. We want to help you see the bad things coming in time to prevent bad outcomes. Today's feature segment is sponsored by Gassaway Virtual Training. We have 33 online programs for your members. Some of the programs are live events presented virtually, and some of them are pre-recorded programs. To learn more, visit samatters.com website and click on the Virtual Training tab. All right, let's jump into today's feature segment as we explore how your brain can confabulate, or simply stated, make up its own reality, a reality that may not be true reality and can lead to poor decision-making outcomes. In this feature segment, I'm going to share with you 2 ways that you can confabulate a reality, which is to say, make up your own reality in your mind, which may not match true reality, which then can lead to flawed situational awareness and poor decision-making outcomes. The first way I want to talk about how it happens is flawed expectations. We all come into every situation with expectations. For example, for first responders, those expectations are often set by the information shared by dispatch prior to arrival on the scene of an incident. As they share information, you set up expectations about what you're going to see when you arrive. Now, unto itself, this isn't a bad thing. Expectations, in fact, can be very good because they can keep us from being surprised or caught off guard. But expectations can also be bad, very bad. And let me explain how. And as I explain how you confabulate reality, I fully expect that I'm going to take you into the denial zone. You're not going to want to believe that what I tell you can happen to you. And in fact, it can and probably has, whether you realize it or you don't. As you're responding to a call, you set up these expectations in your mind of what you're going to be dealing with when you arrive. Those expectations set by information shared by someone else may not be accurate or complete. And then when you arrive on the scene, you already have a picture in your mind of the call that you were responding to. And that picture was drawn by information shared with you before you ever got there. So you arrive on the scene with your picture of reality in your mind. The problem is that when this occurs, you may then only see what you expect to see to match the picture in your mind. Or you may only hear what you expect to hear to match the picture of reality that's in your mind. Which means you can look at something and not see what is really happening because your brain has filtered it out because it does not match the reality that already exists in your mind. You have confabulated a reality or made up a reality that isn't true. And the problem is you won't know it. The reality in your mind is your reality. And as your brain is filtering out information or adding information in based on your expectations, it can create a reality that is completely made up. And later on, after you, say, listen to an audio tape or watch a video of an incident, you might say, well, I didn't even see that happen. And I was looking right at it and didn't see it. Because if it didn't fit your understanding or your expectation, your brain can filter it away as if it's non-essential information. When this happens, you will experience a flawed perception of reality. Now, how does this happen? We actually have two sets of eyes. We have the eyes in the front of our face called the biological eyes, and we have a second set of eyes inside of our mind called the mind's eye. And the mind's eye can see things very differently than true reality. The mind's eye sees things based on your upbringing, your education, your religious beliefs, your political beliefs, your prejudices and biases. All of this combines to create the mind's eye of what we want to see, which may not actually be a match to true reality. And once we get that picture in our mind, it's very hard to change. The brain can be very stubborn when it comes to unlocking one picture of reality and replacing it with another picture of reality. This is where you see a lot of conflict when it comes to religion and politics, because people have a certain way that they see things or a certain way that they believe about things, and it's very difficult for new information to change their mind. Often refute that information or just dismiss it as being unimportant to them because that information does not match their reality or their paradigm. A second way that you can confabulate reality is from an incomplete mental model. So let's say that you arrive on a scene and you're going to conduct a size up. But for whatever reason, you're not able to complete a 360-degree size up of the situation. Think of it as when you're sizing up, you're gathering information. That is the foundation of situation awareness, perception, gathering information. Another way of thinking about this is you're gathering up pieces to a jigsaw puzzle. Then those jigsaw puzzle pieces are sent into the brain, where the brain then assembles the puzzle to allow us to form understanding. The problem is when we have incomplete information, that creates holes in our puzzle of understanding. So if you can imagine a jigsaw puzzle with holes in it, which is the incomplete information that we were not able to capture. Well, as the brain is trying to understand what the meaning of that puzzle is, or what the complete picture is, the holes in the puzzle create confusion. And the brain does not like you being confused, especially when you're in a high-risk, high-consequence decision-making environment. So what happens on the mental sketch pad is that picture is snapshotted or screenshotted and sent up into memory to do a search of your long-term memory database. It's searching all your past experiences, trying to find solutions to the problem that match that picture. Well, when the picture is incomplete, what can happen is, as it's searching past experiences, it can take certain other experiences that are similar to the one that you're dealing with and take snippets of information out of those past experiences and fill in the holes in the puzzle. Now, it's doing it with good intent, and that is to try to resolve the confusion, create a clear picture of understanding that allows you to make good decisions. The problem is some of those puzzle pieces are not the true reality of this situation that you're dealing with, but rather pieces of information from past experiences. We call that filling in the data of missing puzzle pieces from past experiences. Once the puzzle is complete, we then have what we believe to be a true picture of reality, where the fact of it is that our picture of reality may be flawed, and we may not realize it, because in our mind, what we have is a clear picture. Though flawed reality will often reveal itself after the fact, when a person says, well, I didn't realize this was going on, or that was going on. I had a flawed perception of reality. Then after the fact, as the information, as the intel is gathered, and the truthful and accurate puzzle pictures are put together, they are then able to see that the decisions that they made, while they seemed complete and accurate at the time, were based on confabulation. Since 2007, SA Matters instructors have helped more than 1,200 organizations and 87,000 individuals improve high-risk decision-making, including first responders, industrial workers, military personnel, business leaders, medical professionals, utility workers, highway workers, aviation workers, oil refinery operators, and more. If you or someone you care about works in a high-stress, high-consequence, decision-making environment, then we are here to help to improve their safety and survival, and to help them accomplish the most important mission of all. And that is to go home to the ones who love them. Since the start of the pandemic, I've had some amazing opportunities to present my programs on the virtual platform to groups ranging from 6 to 400. Recently, I had the honor of delivering virtual programs for the Red Deer Emergency Services in Alberta and the University of Maryland EMS degree program students. It seems like we might be making the turn on the pandemic and returning to live events as well. Here's where I'm going to be upcoming. October 19 through 21 at the Clark County Fire District Number 6 in Washington State, delivering situational awareness program. November 3rd, not November 3rd. We're going to pick the date on that, and I'll get that to you later. I'm going to be doing a situational awareness and thermal imaging program with Andy Starnes from Insight Training. Excuse me. We'd set up for November 3rd, but that's election day, so we're going to change the date. November 17 and 19 at the Anchorage Fire Department in Anchorage, Alaska. 2 programs for firefighters, 1 program for communications professionals. December 8th at La Crosse Fire Department, La Crosse, Wisconsin, doing the Leaders Toolbox, building tomorrow's leaders today. Thank you to the organizations that have allowed me to offer your members virtual training, and a special thank you to those organizations hosting live events now. If you're interested in hosting a virtual program or a live event, just click on the Contact Us tab at the top of the SA Matters homepage, and I'll give you a call. Finally, remember, check the show notes for how to subscribe to our newsletter, how to follow us on social media, and there we share ideas about how to improve situational awareness, how to make better decisions under stress, and how to improve the skills of critical thinking and resilient problem solving. Well, that's it. Episode 342 of the Situational Awareness Matters show is complete. Thank you to our amazing platinum sponsor for 6 years now, Midwest Fire. Thank you to our feature segment sponsor, Gasway Virtual Training. And thank you to our associate sponsor, Chief Miller. And most importantly, thank you, the listeners and viewers of this show, for sharing some of your valuable time with me today. I really appreciate your support of the SA Matters mission. Be safe out there, and may the peace of the Lord and strong situational awareness be with you always.
You've been listening to the Situational Awareness Matters show with Dr. Richard Gasaway. If you're interested in learning more about situational awareness, human factors, and decision-making under stress, visit his website, samatters.com. If you're interested in booking Dr. Gasaway for a program, or if you would like to be a guest on his show, click the Contact Us tab at the top of the homepage.